Archival footage of Musk launches, brain interfaces, satellite constellations, intercut with shadowy AI simulations and government buildings. History is written by the victors. But the future? It's being compiled by one man. One who sees humanity not as a species to preserve, but as code to upgrade. For decades, the facade held the eccentric billionaire launching rockets to multi-planet humanity, electrifying roads with Tesla, and rebranding free speech on X. But by 2026, the veil is thinning. This isn't merely innovation. It's a blueprint for total reinvention. Musk's empire, SpaceX, XAI, Neuralink, Tesla, and even his shadow government influence via Doge, converges on a singular vision. A post-human society where AI, space, and biology fuse, rendering traditional power structures obsolete. Is it salvation from extinction, or the ultimate consolidation of control? Let's decode the agenda. Act 1, The Invisible Hand, Doge and the Assault on Bureaucracy. It began subtly in 2025, but by 2026, the fingerprints are everywhere. The Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, Musk's brainchild, co-led with Vivek Ramaswamy, wasn't just an advisory gig. It was a surgical strike on the federal beast. 966, officially launched via executive order on Inauguration Day 2025, Doge promised $2 trillion in savings through drastic reforms, ZC2AE1. But peel back the press releases. This was a beta test for algorithmic governance, where humans are variables to optimize. In its first year, Doge slashed 9% of the federal workforce, over 200,000 jobs, evaporated. Citate BD8. Agencies like USAID were dismantled amid lawsuits, with Musk personally deposed over allegations of unlawful takedowns. 37303. Even Social Security data fell into Doge's grasp, raising alarms about privacy breaches by election skeptics embedded in the System .6C8F. Musk warned the U.S. faces 1,000% bankruptcy without AI and robots to turbocharge the economy, a dire prophecy that justifies the cuts, AC39. But the hidden layer? Doge isn't temporary, set to conclude by July 4th, 2026, 8B9B2. It's a prototype for a world where algorithms veto politicians, data trumps democracy, and efficiency masks control. With Starlink beaming internet to remote corners and X shaping narratives, Musk doesn't need the presidency. He owns the infrastructure. Satellites for connectivity, sensors in Teslas for surveillance, crypto nodes for borderless finance. In this new sovereignty, you're not a citizen. You're a node in the network. Elon Musk, the man who turns explosions into stairways to the stars. Elon Musk, born June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa, is now 54 years old, a living testament to relentless ambition forged in adversity. His childhood was tough. Parents divorced when he was 8-9. He endured severe bullying, once hospitalized for a week after being thrown downstairs, and he later called living with his father a major mistake, describing a miserable upbringing filled with emotional trauma. Yet that fire drove him to escape, moving to Canada at 17 to avoid mandatory military service, then earning degrees in economics and physics from the University of Pennsylvania. He briefly started a Stanford PhD in physics, only to drop out after 2 days to chase the internet boom with Zip2. Musk's path is paved with spectacular failures that most would call game over, but he calls them data. Falcon 1 at SpaceX failed 3 straight times. The fourth success literally saved the company from bankruptcy. Tesla teetered on death in 2008 amid the financial crisis. Musk poured his last millions from PayPal to keep it alive. He was ousted as PayPal CEO on his honeymoon. Twitter, now X, saw its value plummet post-acquisition, yet he rebuilt it into his vision of a super app. What fuels this unbreakable resilience? First principles. Thinking, stripping problems to fundamental truths and rebuilding from there. Add a deep fear of existential risks. Humanity as a single-planet species vulnerable to asteroids, pandemics, or rogue AI. Musk doesn't build rockets or cars for profit. He does it as insurance for consciousness itself. And Tesla? It wasn't just about EVs. It was about accelerating the world's shift to sustainable energy before climate collapse. Early 2026 update, the explosive road ahead. The space race just hit a bold turning point. In recent days, February 2026, Musk announced a major strategic pivot at SpaceX. Moon first, Mars in parallel. While Mars remains the ultimate dream, a self-sustaining city there, Musk has shifted near-term focus to building a self-growing city on the moon. Why? Launches to the moon can happen every 10 days, versus every 26 months for Mars alignments, enabling rapid iteration. He believes a moon city could be achieved in less than 10 years, serving as the perfect training ground and stepping stone. Mars work starts in 5-7 years, with uncrewed Starship flights potentially in that window and human landings sliding into the early 2030s. Starship, the rocket that refuses to quit. The world's most powerful rocket embodies Musk's fail fast, learn fast mantra. Early prototypes, SN8, SN11, exploded dramatically during landings, yet each rapid unscheduled disassembly delivered priceless data. In 2026, Starship is gearing up for Flight Test 12, with version 3 debuting soon, zeroing in on the Holy Grail, orbital refueling. This capability unlocks heavy payloads to the moon and beyond. Recent hurdles handled. Even Falcon 9 hit a snag, a February 2nd upper stage anomaly during a Starlink launch caused by a gas bubble in a transfer tube. True to form, the team collaborated with the FAA, fixed it, and returned to flight in days. Crew 12, astronauts to ISS, remains on track, now set for mid-February after a weather delay. The Musk mindset, chaos as fuel. Elon turns spite into success. Russian rocket makers mocked and refused to sell him ICBMs in 2001. He taught himself rocket science on the flight home. Legends like Neil Armstrong doubted private spaceflight. Musk used the sting to prove them wrong. Explosions? Not failures, just learning. Near bankruptcy in 2008, he bet everything on both Tesla and SpaceX, scraping by until a NASA contract arrived like divine intervention. The core message. Elon Musk proves you can lose it all, money, reputation, rockets, and still reach the stars. He isn't chasing paychecks, he's racing against extinction. Doubt, explosions, and doubters become his ladder. In a world quick to quit, Musk reminds us, the path to impossible dreams is built from the ashes of failures. Keep iterating, keep launching. The stars are waiting,